we over here, bro, we listened to all of that. That was our thing over here in Manchester. West Coast rap only, didn't really F with East Coast. So we grew up listening to that. So now to stumble across you online, Little Sicx, and I'm listening to your music, I'm getting an understanding of, you know, who inspired your family, who your pops is, like, so I had to get you on the show. So yeah, man, let's take it back, bro. Inspirations, how it started, like what got you into the scene, brother?
What got me into the scene initially as a fan of hip hop, or like as an artist, as a rapper? Because it's kind of two different answers.
Man, like, so as a fan, let's go with a fan first. Let's go with a fan. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, as a fan, as a music fan, as a hip hop fan, I was like a fucking super Hot Boy fan. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper before Lil Wayne became Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? That was for me on a personal level. But the shit I grew up on was just everything my people listened to. So I grew up on like Eminem, DMX, all the people you named, you know, just, you know, the Garden Black people, the Forefathers, and just hip hop in general, man. I always been a fan.
Okay, so you're a fan of you. So you obviously you listen to East Coast as well, because like I say, we listen to East Coast, but it was more West. If it was East, it'd be like some of the originals. It'd have to be the likes of Biggie, Nas, and then any of the newer ones that came about. I wasn't a fan, bro. We were so involved in the West Coast. We knew like a lot of these rappers by first names and that. Do you know what I mean? Like we was that involved.
I respect the game. I'm a student of the game. That's pretty much the old school mainstream people though. Like you said, like Nas, Biggie. I really like DMX.
DMX legend has to be said.
Fucking Big Pun, you know, Big L, the staples, man. Fucking KRS-One, you know, Big Daddy Kane. I have a little bit of knowledge on all that. That wasn't my introduction, but you know, I done my history. I watched my documentaries. I watched my YouTube interviews. I talked to the people and just went back in time. To find out where the vibes and the samples and the, you know, and where the shit originated from. So shout out to the East Coast, man.
No, I respect it. I understand. I'm the same still. I've watched a couple of documentaries and took it back. But it has to be, for me, when it comes to the East Coast, like say when we was growing up, it would have to be the originals. We never was a fan of, you know, you remember when sort of, I don't even know if it was East Coast, but you had that era of like Dipset and people like that. They wasn't for us. Like, we needed.
I was listening to them, but I wasn't, you know. They were on 106 Park. They were on TV, so we listened to them that way. But, you know, we didn't dig for that. This West Coast shit, this underground shit, we dig for that.
Yeah. Like, there's an East Coast. Are you on Grave Diggers? They're East Coast. They're like a spin-off of Wu-Tang. They're kind of raw, bro. There was someone we listened to.
Grave Diggers sound like a common name, so I don't want to just say but I'm not familiar with that. But Grave Diggers sound like something I'd be into, sound like something I listen to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you some stuff over, man. Grave Diggers is hard. After obviously listening to you and your flavor, bro, you're gonna fuck with a minute. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna send you something. So yeah, man, as a fan then. So as an artist, like where did it start? What inspired you? Was it being from a family of artists, or you know, was it your own route?
Yeah, for sure, man. Just seeing the way my people did it, and not realizing you know, the groundwork they put in. And then when I got a little bit older, that's the main shit I listened to. So when I say I listen to East Coast, DMX and all that shit, you know, I did. But the main shit we was listening to every day was the Sicx shit. And, you know, during the hyphy years, the hyphy shit. But the sickness shit, the dark years, I bumped that shit every day from back then till now. But it's really just my family. I really, honestly, I'm biased as fuck, and I try not to let that show too much. If it's not my family, if it ain't no Sicx shit, if it ain't on 9-1 Sickness, if it ain't Sicx or Lynch, if it ain't Sibo, Marvelous, The Gatlin, fucking Jack Thriller, Keelum, Hustle Benjamin, and if it ain't from my soil, I really don't dig and dive. But when it's my shit, for me, it's like it's a part of history. It means something to me. So I listen to all that, man. Inspired by all that. Shout out to everybody from Sacramento putting it down from the past all the way up till now.
Sacramento's bred some quality, bro. Rapper wise, like when you really dig deep, like you say, Sacramento, it's birthed some rappers, bro. Like some of the hardest for me, and it's mad because so like you see that horrorcore stage, that sick shit, like you say.
Yeah.
So did that start with the likes of Lynch and your pops and whatnot, or was it a Sacramento thing from the jump?
I don't think they started that way. I remember, everybody was fucking with like Run DMC, NWA, B-Boy, and real hip hop shit. So I believe they started off breakdancing and doing shit like that. But Sacramento, man, when the drugs came, the crack, the gangs got more deadly or more violent. Shit changed. So that was the darkness and the sickness that they were speaking on. I believe it's just the fucking Sacramento way of life and the culture and the gangbanging and the shit is still prevalent today, but it was just way worse back then. So it was like, what else were they supposed to talk about? Shit was rough back then. So that, if you go back to LA rap back then, it was way harder back then because shit was harder back then,
Yeah, it's the surroundings. You speak on your surroundings, so the harder they are, the harder the music. It's your inspirational life.
Yeah.
That's what you sort of rap about.
Yeah, man. If
I hear you, man.
Man. Just growing up, I talk about the shit that I seen growing up, the shit I experienced, and it just comes off a certain way because we all from Sac. We got that vibe, that sickness in our veins.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. The sax, it's a different one, man. It's a madness still. Like even now, like to hear this come from you, like I'm enjoying this in it because, like I say, we grew up. So I rap myself, bro. And growing up, like I'd say like that Sacramento style was definitely influential to us. So over here in Manchester, obviously England's a big place, but if you go down London, they predominantly listen to East Coast. Over here in Manchester,
that's crazy.
Another place called Birmingham.
That far though. What year did you guys get put on the Sickness? From like day one, from the 90s? Y'all catch on late? Like how did that work for y'all? I mean, I'm also in this live shit. It's too much of a preview. I'm in this live. I just want to test the shit.
Nah, it's cool, bro. So we got onto it like, I'd say high school days, bro. So I'm 33 now. I can't be bothered to try to do the math, but I'll let you figure it out. High school. That's when we got onto it, and we was put onto it by our olders, innit? Our olders listen to that shit, so they listen to like Master P and them, naturally.
Yeah.
And then Master P's hard, bro. Couple of the East Coast, like you say, everyone always fucked with DMX, Biggie. If it was West Coast, it was naturally Pac, bro. From the jump, everyone was listening to Pac. Sure. And then there was more underground. We're not hearing that, so the elders put us onto Woody, Lynch, Raided, flipping Big Lurch, bro, everyone, all the way down to, like Bugsy Licks and Darkroom Familiar and all them, like that, the gangbangers, bro, like gangbangers, literally, like, they'd say,
crazy shit tough, man. Y'all fuck with the psycho shit.
Yeah, bro. This is why I wanted to do this interview, because I knew, like, you probably won't even understand that we've really fucked with this, and I knew you'd like it.
You get me? Get over there, man. I got some support though, that across the country, across the continent.
Yeah, you will do.
Get over there.
You will do, bro. See, what happened over here now, I think we all listen to that, like I say. And then as we've got older, I've started to, my mind's matured a little bit. So when you're younger, you listen to music, you don't really deep the lyrics as much as you should do. That comes with age. So now I've grown older and I listen back to Lynch and Sicx and Lurch and that, and I think, yo, what the fuck was these guys talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I was wrapped up in the sound of the music and just certain one-liners, and now I deep it, I think, yo, what the fuck? These guys were nuts.
Messages, man. It's all code and it's definitely.
So it's like,
different.
Yeah, man, it's different, bro. So it's like, obviously I've watched a couple of interviews on Lynch. I was actually watching one of your pops before. It was one called Us. Was it Us? It's Us or something. And he's got him in jail on a live or something.
Yeah, I seen
he's talking about.
That's a couple of
So
them.
it's like, yeah, man, there's a couple of them, but how deep does that stuff go, bro? I know you're not gonna know the ins and outs, but is there a lot of truth in the lyrics? And is it, obviously I know Pops has been locked up for some madness. Lurch has.
My fault, I don't mean to cut you off, but I can't really speak for anybody else in their situations. But man, all this shit comes from reality for me. Now, whether that means it's reality for you and you believe in it, that's up to you. But for us, for me, it's almost like a mental illness that we're wrapping ourselves through. It's almost like us trying to heal ourselves and just, but it's like a diary damn near, just in music form, man. And a lot of this shit is real, especially nowadays. A lot of people put a little bit too much realism in there. They telling on themselves, talking about their enemies, they're shooting at somebody, and then talk about it in the song. So all that's technically real over here. As for the eating babies,
agree.
I don't think anybody ate any babies. As for killing babies, you feel me? That was always like a metaphor for like abortion that I know of. You feel me? When I say certain shit, it means different. It has a different meaning versus when they said it. So I can't really speak for them, but it's always the shock factor, and a lot of people are on fucking drugs. A lot of people on drugs now. So a lot of people are high as fuck off PCP, meth, fucking sherm sticks, all them old school shit, man. They was fucking high, bro. So what they did while they were high, that's a whole nother reality. So it just depends on how literal you want to take it and how far you want to put yourselves in that person's shoes. Because if they're high as fuck, when they did some shit, and then high as fuck when they wrote it, and high as fuck when they spit it, to me that's real. As in reality, their real life. They gotta go through the shit. They're high. They gotta deal with the consequences of what they do. So for me, it's like, hey man, to me it's real. Other people, they might say it's entertainment. Nobody does anything. Nobody's hurting anybody. Blah blah blah.
No, I heard that. I respect that. I know, like, because certain men, they've gone to jail. Like, I remember reading up on Big Lurch. Jesus.
Yeah, when motherfuckers go to jail, it's real. You can't go to jail for pretend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his life. You can't tell. You can't say it's fake for him.
Very true. So is Lynch still doing music? I ain't really heard of Lynch for a minute now.
Man,
like, is releasing over there?
Music. He just he takes his time, and that's always been the case with him. He's never dropped every year, ever, since the beginning of his career. You always have to wait 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 years, depending on what stage in his career he's in. But he's definitely making beats, definitely writing, definitely recording, and wrapping up Season of the Sickness too. So I don't think there's a time where we're never not working on music, thinking of music, brewing it, cooking it up. I think as an artist, we're always working on music. Whether he posts and publishes it and puts it out, that's on him. But he got some shit in the vault for sure.
Okay, so can we expect to hear anything from you with Lynch, or like?
I'll be trying. I'll be trying, bro. And most of the stuff I do have with Lynch or my uncles or even my family in general, it's gifted to me. I hunt, I dig, just like another fan, just like anybody else would. These people are busy. These people are legends. They charge a lot of money for features. I try not to ask for favors.
No, I can imagine.
I try not to.
Nah, this is why I asked. Yeah.
And I have.
This is why I asked, because
I don't bug them back to back to back, but I have asked. I have hinted. I've had people request it, and I've reposted the post. But you know how I go, man. If it ain't gonna make them no money, if it's not gonna help them for their career and their lives as human beings, I can't really expect them to just jump and do it, But as for me, as a fan, as a person that came up under him, I would love to rock the mic with all the forefathers. You feel me? Of the genre of the fucking city,
Yeah. This is why I asked, because it's the same over here, man. There's some, where I come from, there's some quite successful artists, and they've got like younger brothers, nephews, relatives that are doing the same thing, and it's the same. It's just similar. It's like, how come you've not got tracks with this X, Y, and Z? And it's like, it's like they're letting me lace my boots in it. They got to work. Yeah, they got to work, man. And I think it's like, you got Lynch now, who's successful. Why should he just throw you on mic with him? You gotta find your own way first. What I mean? Like, find your own way.
So I don't expect it.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
bro.
It would be appreciated, but I didn't expect it. I know how
I
know how they are in person before I started rapping. You feel me? So I know their personalities. I know how they are personally. So I don't take no offense to it, man. And there was years where I was doing my own thing. So as soon as I start rapping, I don't expect them. It's like, oh, let's help, let's sign them, let's give them this, let's give them
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know that I don't expect that, so it is what it is.
Nah, I think that's the right attitude to have, bro. And you see, when you like that, it'll naturally just happen. When you push, that's when sometimes you push it away. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, nah, I respect that.
I would
So
like
yeah,
to
man.
do it though
In terms,
before people pass away. Not to cut you off, but a lot of artists have been passing away.
No,
Not
yeah.
to speak nothing bad on my people, but I'm just saying like people not here forever. They go to jail, they pass away. Some people lose their speech. Some people fucking get shot, retire. All this crazy shit happens, right? So if you don't
people
get
are
your
getting
features
old, bro.
exactly. If you don't get your features in, it's done.